Yes. Hi, friends. I'm Tracy, Uniquely Me. Thanks for coming to the 11th episode of Poshmark Talk. We are just friends hanging out and talking about our part-time reselling gig on Poshmark. And we don't claim to be experts, and we just like to learn from each other and discuss the new topics of the Poshmark app. So, would you guys like to introduce yourself? Tanya?
Sure. Hey, everybody. I'm Tanya, also known as Thrifty Treasures here on YouTube. And my Poshmark closet is at Tana Sheets, Tana Sheets.
Awesome. All right. How you doing, everybody? I'm Andy, also known as the Parrot Picker. And on Poshmark, I go by at MARSHMAN71.
Great. And my closet is uniquely_me. And it's spelled weird. You can see it in the chat. So we are missing Lauren, Hot Chic Thrift, today, and we are missing Dwayne, Mothership Products. So I hope they're doing well. But the three of us are going to hang with y'all. And if you have any questions or anything, put it in the chat. And I don't know if we can answer them, but we'll talk about it.
We'll give it our best effort, that's for sure.
That's right. So obviously, we want to talk about first is the home market, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys listed anything in the home market yet?
No, not yet. And you have done it?
Well, not really, no. Not yet. But okay, I do have another Poshmark closet that I've been experimenting with. I don't share that one with everybody though. But you know, because I mean, I feel like I'm
are not expressed by the owners of this channel.
Tanya's secret confessions.
Oh my goodness.
Tracy, and that's right for show. Yeah, but I don't like to tell anybody about it in the first thing out of my mouth. I have this other closet. Leave it to me.
Oh, the world knows. That's okay.
But, I've just been experimenting a little bit with it, not very heavily. But how about you, Tracy?
I've listed a couple things that I need to have better pictures of. I just kind of threw something up there to play around, and I've been sick for like 4 days, so I didn't go take any pictures. I just cross-posted a couple things from eBay, and I want to try to really get into that, but I also kind of want to see where it heads. Like I'm kind of confused with the whole thing on what can we truly list. You say no glass. And we can list candles and candle holders, which are a lot of times glass. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean,
yeah, it is very, very confusing. And like Tanya, I've actually been really throwing around the idea of opening a second store on Poshmark, which just for the home markets. And that way then I'm not cluttering up my main store because it's targeted as a clothing store or a men, you know, I mean, it's menswear. I mean, I think I have it as like menswear and more, but I mean, it's still essentially menswear. And, you know, I do have some women's stuff, but I mean, I just don't want it all cluttered up like eBay. My personal opinion, and I don't know what everybody's feelings are in the chat, but I almost think that they should have just left this alone. Let the platform be a clothing platform. That's what it was, a fashion platform or whatever, because that's what, you know, it was originally designed to be.
right.
And they've done really well with it.
They have, and they could have totally started a completely different app called Homemark or something, you know. Or,
anything, yeah. Or Poshmark Home. Or
yes.
And then that's the whole everything else categories, which would be wonderful, right? Because now it's, you know, because I've got quite a few items just in my closet as it is, and it's all clothing. And now, you know, it's, do I want to take and go scatter in, you know, bird houses and coffee table books and everything else, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't even know what I can list on there yet. I mean, I was going over the thing the other day and I was like, well, I don't even know, you know, because I'm out garage sailing and I'm seeing things. It's like, well, is this something I can cross post on both platforms or not? And I'm like, going, I don't even know if I want to get into that because
you're just going to become harder if you do that.
Yeah, knowing me, if I start picking up that kitschy type of stuff, my wife's just going to take it all anyway, and it's just going to
Yes, you will.
Tommy just put a tie on his toaster and listed it. So there's that step. And you know, I saw a post the other day. I don't know if it was true or some sort of meme, but they said it was the first day of the home department opening, and they put a picture from someone's listing that was a toilet, and they go, well, that didn't take long, did it?
Wow.
I wonder if somebody literally listed a toilet, because we're headed there now.
Yeah, it's
right.
yeah,
So
it's getting pretty crazy.
I think you would be surprised, Andy, how many people have second closets. I know Lauren definitely has a second closet.
Yeah, there's quite a few people that's got 2 and 3 closets.
Because you know it's your whole reputation with your closet,
Right.
and you, yeah,
I can barely keep track of one closet in an eBay. You know, I mean, even today I felt horrible. I had to actually cancel a sale on Poshmark today because it was something I'd sold on eBay. You know, and I was like, oh no, I'm like going, how did I? You know, I'm usually really on top of it, but you know, I had a sale this morning, and I was like going, I swear to God, I just sold that the other day. And I was like, and I went, and sure enough, there it was in my eBay sold history. And I'm like, and I did get caught. I also got caught. I've only ever canceled 2 eBay sales. I've been selling on eBay since '97, and I've only canceled 2 sales, and they punish you on eBay, you know, for that. And it was just a simple one that slipped through, and I've never, you know, knock on wood, you know, I've been doing this for a year on there. I had one slip through, and they got me. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you know, keep trying to keep track of multiple stores, or you know, I mean, closets. Oh my gosh, you know, I'm
not that bad. It's not that bad.
I barely check my email every day, guys.
Right, I know, and I'm really bad about that too with age. Like I'm not on top of everything the way I used to be.
Right, I know.
So, Tracy, you have to make Lonnie a mod.
I did. Did he type something, Lonnie? I did.
Okay, cool. So you know what? I think that Poshmark doesn't trust us. I think that they probably are thinking that if we ship ceramics or if we ship glass, we're going to break it. And they don't want to be responsible for that. And it's just going to open this whole can of worms to where everybody's getting stuff is arriving and it's broken because nobody knows how to pack it right.
I think they're right. I think there's going to be a lot of that because Poshmark started as people selling their own things out of their closet, not people selling things for a living or a side hustle or, you know, something professional. Is just like a garage sale for some people, right? So I think people will package things poorly and break them. That's what's sad is maybe you should have to prove yourself first.
Yeah, I agree. Something because
like you know, be on for a year or something, be you know, or and meet certain metrics to be a proven seller, and then you know, if you can't maintain a 4.5-star you know review, or you can't do you know certain meet certain metrics, then you're not allowed to do those other categories. Kind of gate, you know, some sort of gating.
Yeah, you'd be a glass ceramic ambassador.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm a glass ambassador. I know how to cook a coffee mug.
Yeah, I love glass. So I kind of hope we do get to sell it. I don't know. I mean, there will be some issues, but.
Because I think Poshmark's one of the platforms, you know, where the returns are so minimal on there that, and I think when, they start opening themselves up to glass and, you know, especially, picture frames and stuff with, I mean, all that stuff, you know, if these guys pack some of the stuff the way that they do, it's never going to make it.
Right. Let's talk about that. Is that what you were going to say, Tracy, about the frame?
Go ahead, Tonya. Really, go ahead. Say it.
What did you want to say it? I don't know if you're
because I might get angry and ugly about it. You go ahead.
So I was looking through the home section, and I noticed that one of the options was picture frames. Well, as we all know, most picture frames come with you know, a sheet of glass over it. So there's that.
Yeah.
There's Dwayne.
And candles. Where is he in the chat? Hey, Dwayne. He's not even a moderator. What?
Gosh, Tracy, get it together.
No, I'm so rude. No, but also candles, candle holders. Okay, typically those are like 90% encased in glass, and candle holders are glass a lot of times. So they didn't really clarify. They didn't say candles without glass, or you know, metal
or they're usually like ceramic. And you know, and you can't do really ceramic either, because that then falls in the coffee mugs and that sort of stuff, which we're not allowed to do.
Right.
Because I'd love to be able to sell coffee mugs on there. Oh my gosh. But then I think Poshmark would be completely flooded with coffee mugs.
I'm ready. I'm so
Now are they opening another new category? I heard some grumblings the other day that they were talking about like another new market or something like that. Do you know anything about that?
Okay, here's what I know. They're like they're crazy. No, they are overhyping things for some reason, I guess, to get excitement into their app. But no, Home Goods was a department. Okay, now it's a market. Surprise. Like they literally said, guess what the next market's going to be. Here's a hint. Okay, you just opened Home Goods department last week, right?
Yeah, and then now it's a whole.
I didn't know there was a difference between department, market. Okay, well, the market's the little tab up there on that corner, so you can literally just shop home or just shop luxury or just shop, men's, whatever. But why did they throw that hype out there? That was false to me, and I don't like it because I kind of go, wow, that's fast, but that's cool. What's it going to be? But it worked because I put a post on Tanya's Facebook group, Poshmark Talk, which is huge now. It's growing so much every day. But it got what 62 comments or something telling me,
more now.
Half of them are going, no, it's this, and half of them are like, yeah, what's it going to be? So I'm not the only one that didn't understand that. They never clarify much is what I find. If they would clarify a lot, I think as a business they would grow so fast that probably too fast. But I think that's what's holding them back the most right now is that they don't clarify, they don't set up rules, and they don't have customer service. Like that's their failing side right now, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah, like we were talking about returns earlier, and like because you can't return stuff for size, you can't return stuff for basically everything. But now it's like I've been reading in a lot of the forums and a lot of the different things that how people are getting around doing that now is they're doing it while it smells, or. And I'm like, they're trying to do a return because of this, like an odor or it smells or whatever. And I'm like, how are they allowing that? I don't understand that. Have you guys seen any of the stuff like that? How they're trying to, there's like some sort of way that these people are skirting, trying to get like the returns.
And Poshmark is approving it?
Yeah. And like Poshmark's been approving these returns because they're using a different, something other than fit, because we can't return stuff for fit.
It sounds like it's evolving into eBay.
I think honestly, with future growth, I think it'll be a mini eBay. I mean, they've done wonderful things, but I think it's just eventually it's just going to get bigger and bigger. And by opening up the home market, I mean, you could almost just see the writing on the wall now, because it's okay, where do you go from there? It's like, well, maybe we're going to have electronics next. Or toys and games, kids' toys and games, or it'll be something like that. And then it's just, I think it'll definitely grow if they don't figure out how to separate it.
Yeah, it is, and they're going to have to start accepting returns if they're going to grow.
Right.
It's hard to shop on there sometimes when you can't return it. I still am waiting for measurements to be told to me from a month ago from somebody, because I won't buy it, but I keep getting offers. So she's very busy on Poshmark sending me offers, but she won't give me the measurements of something, so I'm not buying it, because now if they had returns, I would have already bought it, had it, and sent it back if it didn't fit, because she couldn't put measurements, but I don't know. I mean, there's definite issues they're having, I'm sure, and I don't know if they know how to handle it. It takes them about 7 days to handle a return case. I mean, that's a long time.
Have either of you guys had a return yet?
I had 2, and that's when I just got so mad, because they're both lies, and I stated my case in a very nice manner. They get to say their words, I get to say mine. We can banter back and forth all we want, and then Poshmark 7 days later, or whatever it takes, will decide. Well, I explained, I go, this is what this product does. It was a ring, and it spins, but it's not a smooth spinning ring because it's a hammered metal. And she goes, it doesn't spin like the one I already own. Well, it's, it's exactly how it is because I bought it myself, you know, and I know how it worked when I bought it, you know, it's like that. And they approved it. And I got mad. So then the next week I got another return. I go, oh, wow, this is going to get really interesting. Because I just thought, oh, this is just going to start plowing in. But it didn't. I mean, those are the 2 returns I've had. And well, I've had 3 actually, but one of them I agreed with. I go, you go ahead and keep that, you know, give her back her money. Because I didn't know they were shoes that broke, or the heel. It was Z-coil shoes. The whole thing just fell out. And she sent a picture. I go, how do I know that didn't really happen? You know, it probably did. So if you say, yeah, please give her her money back, I don't need the product back, they work that return really fast. But otherwise they take way too long. I mean, just get it done, get a department of returns going, and be a business.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I love you, Poshmark.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. They're doing a great job. I mean, I can't imagine that they expected this amount of growth. So
yeah, I've been very fortunate so far. I mean, I know one's coming. I mean, it sooner or later, you know, I'll definitely get one. But you know, that first one always stings a little bit, especially when you know it's a BS one. But you know, I mean, for the most part, you know, I'll take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, I've been very lucky. I see Tommy Bernard in here. He said he's had a couple, but he won both of his. So that's awesome. I think with good quality photos, I think that helps a lot though too. You know, I mean, if you really and putting measurements, you know, I mean, you know, we were talking about, you know, measurements earlier. I think measurements is extremely important because, you know, if you're not putting it in there, then you open yourself to that stuff. It's like, listen, right here it is. I mean, I put everything there for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And, you know, honestly, I was ready to spend about $400 or $500 on Poshmark this past month.
Wow.
But I'm going to spend, you know, summer clothing money, gained a little weight. I need some new clothes, and I'm going to spend it on Poshmark and support some people. You know,
Right.
I couldn't find a single thing with measurements that I wanted. And that was frustrating to me because I'm ready to buy, people, like, and I'm not normally a shopper on there. I'm a seller, you know, so it was kind of frustrating, but I'm out shopping for my stuff now. I don't know. It helps. And I don't want to judge people that don't put it on there. That's the way I buy. And please don't take it wrong. If you don't put your measurements in, that's your way. It's just,
everybody has their way that they choose to run their own business. It's not right or it's not wrong. It's just how you choose to do your thing. And yeah, definitely not criticizing anybody for it by any means.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's good to see so many in here. Thanks, guys. I was wondering though, well, let's talk about this because I see this a lot in the Facebook group, especially. And if you're in the chat and you're not a part of the Poshmark Facebook group that Tanya runs,
that you helped me with.
Well, okay, I'm a moderator, but you grew it, and I can't believe every day there's so many.
Somebody just knocked on the door. I'm so sorry. Let me mute me. Oh my goodness.
No, but there's so many people going to that group every day. But I see a ton of people that get upset about the ratings, this 5-star rating system. Oh, why did they not give me 5 stars? They didn't explain. You know what? It just happens.
Right.
Like, be frustrated for about 30 seconds over it and go, well, they could have explained instead of just could improve. You know, here's your 3-star rating, could improve. They might be a really miserable person that can't give anybody a 5-star rating ever. You know, maybe they're bad tippers in a restaurant. I don't know. I mean,
oh wow, that's funny. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Andy, but I can't let their rating towards me be a personal thing. I'm like, okay, I sent them a good item. I packed it well. I didn't fancy it up because I don't.
Right.
Put a thank you sticker on it. I did not write them a note. If that was enough to piss them off, that's their deal. They're going to have to, you know, that's on them. I did my part.
Right.
Now, if they spend a ton of money, I'm going to do those little extras. It's a little different, but for a $25 item, I don't have the time. I don't know. So do you ever get upset when you get one of those those 3
I mean, like, I get upset if it. I mean, it's. I'm pretty seasoned and hard now on a lot of things, but yeah, at the same time, it still stings because like we were talking off camera before this started, and I said, yeah, I go, it was a situation I had, I sent a lady a brand new with tags, really nice shirt. I mean, and it was really nice, and I package everything pretty professionally in my opinion. And she gets it. I get like a 2 or 3-star review on this brand new shirt, and in her comments was could have been better. And I was like, what more could I have done to this thing? I mean, it's brand new with tags. I mean, I just was speechless.
It could have been that she wanted a handwritten note.
Well, nice
note, then you would.
I mean, yeah, I've had people actually message me and say, hey, I don't know, I'm this bothers me. I'm upset about this. I just got a review on Poshmark and said, they gave me a bad review because I didn't give them a gift. They were expecting a gift. And I'm like, I go, those are old school. I'm assuming it was probably someone that's old school posher, someone who's used to do that. And I go, because that's how things were done. I go, and I told her, I assure you, I said, nobody gets a gift from me. So if anyone buys anything around my closet, don't be expecting no gifts. You're just going to get a nice item, packaged as nice as I can do it. And that's it.
Well, honestly, your gift can be offensive to some too. Let's say you sent, I don't know, sometimes I send like a face mask if they spent a lot of money and I know it's a woman. I'll put a face mask, or if it's a pair of shoes or boots, I have foot masks, to suit, and maybe that would upset somebody because they're allergic to that ingredient. Or if I put a piece of candy in there for them, maybe they're on a diet and that would make them mad. I mean, what are you supposed to give them? A pencil? Like,
and that's it today. And nowadays, in today's society, everybody's offended over the tiniest little thing. And yeah, it's just like, yeah, I don't want to give you any more than what I have advertised right here. This is what you're buying. You're not buying, my stack of candy or this fancy pencil or these note cards or, this, because I actually got a DVD with, and I didn't think it was really cool. There was one time I bought something off Poshmark, and there was just a DVD in there. And I was like, you know what? That's actually kind of cool that they did that because, as resellers, we're always buying lots of crap and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I'd get rid of these junk DVDs that way. But I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that.
You know what I mean? Junk, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, they put a really nice card in there. It says, hey, thank you for your purchase and enjoy a movie on us, And I did think that was really cool, but not necessary. Will it make me buy from them again? No. I mean, I thought it was cool that they did that, but I mean, that's just where I'm at,
What about you, Tanya?
What exactly are we talking about? Free gifts?
The gifts.
Tanya's gifty. I know Tanya's gifty.
Okay, your jewelry. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Initially, I was, but then I just kind of got busy with other stuff. And like you guys were talking about, you never know what's going to offend somebody or not. Like one time I put a bracelet in with a package and somebody said, well, why is this bracelet in here? It's like, don't you get it? Like, it's for you, you dummy.
Yeah. But now you have to write a handwritten note explaining why they're getting the bracelet
So I got these. I was just showing Andy and Tracy, and they were, so I'm a Prime member on Amazon. So they were only $5.99.
Oh, nice.
And so I just use these. I don't write cards anymore. I don't send anything free, but I do try to use colorful tissue paper. I am guilty of using the eBay boxes and eBay tape. Do you guys do that?
I try so hard not to, and usually I don't, but there's been some times I'm running really low on clear tape and I need to make a box. So I've been known to do a little eBay,
I will never, ever use my eBay stuff for Poshmark. Not when everything can go in a free box. I will not use the boxes that I
got tape. Like I use eBay tape.
No, I don't even use the eBay tape for that. I mean, and honestly, I don't even use eBay tape for my regular eBay packages. It's just something I don't spend my money on is the eBay tape. I have access to tape, so I don't waste it on tape. But
really, well, you need to send us some tape, Andy.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Yeah, I do like. I have nice little seals, sort of like yours, Tanya, that I put on. And I definitely stay away from the feedback type of stickers or that sort of stuff because I think you know, like with eBay, you know, a lot of people, I know there's a ton of people, and I'm not, you know, if that's what you do, that's cool. But you know, they put, you know, like hey, if you don't like this, give me the 5-star review, or, you know, leave me the, you know, whatever feedback, blah, 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 blah. I don't like doing that, because I think a lot of times it puts feedback already into their head, and a lot of times they may not even be thinking of that. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like using those sort of things. It's just easy. Just, hey, thank you for your thing. You know, just thanks. I appreciate your purchase, you know.
And
I agree.
like Barbara Picky Pig said, you know, what was the origin of it? Well, Poshmark did kind of create that. So, you know, that's what they would like to see. But we also want to see customer service. So they're going to have to give us some customer service, and maybe we'll start putting gifts in our packages.
There you go. Yeah,
but
I'd like a little more customer service for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not bad. I mean, I really love the platform. I do. I love the platform, you know. Just wish I didn't have to share as much, you know. But it's, you know, I really don't share a whole lot as it is, so I'm kind of a horrible sharer for, you know, it gets done about twice a week maybe, but
if you're not, like, I haven't really been listing, you know, I was sick and I didn't list for 4 days, and all I can do is share at that point, or relist.
Right.
I'm not a big relister. I find it a waste of my energy. So I'm not big on that. And it'll sell when it sells, or it will leave in another manner in my house, you know.
Right.
So for the summer, I hired my son. You know, I told him, I said, I don't really want you to have a summer job. We have a lot going on, and I don't want to have to be your boss on top of everyone else's boss to get where we need to go all summer long. So work for me. And he's sharing my closet like 4 times a day, and sharing other people's closets. So if y'all see me sharing your closet, it's not me, it's my son. But so far it hasn't even helped. It's been a week, and I'm not selling anything, but I'm not listing. I really think listing is the most important part. So I wouldn't worry about sharing if you're listing every day.
Right. No, yeah, question, I guess, for everybody in the chat. Is anybody in here that's, you know, watching this and stuff like that right now, or any of you guys using a virtual assistant? Because that's essentially what we're talking about, is a VA, is virtual assistant. Does anyone use one? And if you are using one, are you having good results with it? Because, you know, I've actually been kind of throwing it around a little bit just to actually give it a try. I found several on like Fiverr and stuff like that they'll, like, you know, share your closet like 3 times a day, up to, I don't know how many listings it was, for like $5, and you know, they might do it for like 2 or 3 days for $5, and it's like, no, that actually wouldn't be so bad, you know what I mean? And everybody has different fees, you know. For Unique Trader says she follows Chris Liquidation Ohio's Poshmark plan. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe I need to get a hold of Chris. I'm horrible about I'm horrible about watching anybody's stuff anymore lately. It's just,
I'm gonna guess his plan is he doesn't share at all. But that's just a complete guess. I don't really know.
Yeah.
He lists a lot, I'm sure. And I think you can just.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Chris says, yeah, he claimed he never shared. Yeah. Yeah, and essentially that's pretty much about how I am. I mean, like I said, if I do it twice a week, maybe, you know.
Well, you know, Andy, I'll let you know, because that's part of the reason I'm doing this with my son, is because it's an experiment. Like, let me see if it works. Like, if I start really creating a lot of sales, because I'm pretty mediocre in my sales at this point, so I'll know if it's working. And I'll let you know if you need a VA, because
yeah. I mean, and like, you know, and like I said, I was looking at some, and I got in a chat with some other people, and we were kind of going on it, and you know, they were saying that's what they do. You know, it's like, you know, 15 or 20 bucks here or there, and they'll do it for, you know, up to a week. And I was like, you know, for 20 bucks, it might be worth just, you know, it's 20 bucks. I mean, you know, I waste 20 bucks on stupid stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, that it may be worth it. But it's how much would I sell to recoup that 20 bucks I'm spending? Mm-hmm. You know, is that going to offset, you know, what the extra sales that I may generate, will that be offset by that 20 bucks I'm spending every, you know,
I view that as one shirt. Like, you know, your shirts are normally $30.
Right.
So almost a shirt is what you're going to give up, basically, right?
Right. Yeah, which, you know, I'm okay with that, but if that's all I'm really doing is like one extra sale, you know, is how many of my sales were still organic versus from the sharing, you know, generated from the sharing. And I wish I kind of knew that, Oh, there was something I was going to touch on. I got something new today, and I've never seen this before. Sorry, we're all over the place. It's runaway street there. So I had something new come across, and I actually somebody shared, or I shared one of my items, and then it came across as like that they liked something I shared, or I made an offer to. It was like a really weird, something totally different. Now, if I could find it, let me see if I can read it. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I pull it up on my Poshmark, and I'll read it word for word, because what I just said was
yeah.
Or I can at least share. I can pull it up so you guys can. I'll do a screen share and let you guys see this. Hang on here.
Yeah, Tommy, I think they are cracking down on the bots too. I wouldn't ever use a bot, not when you can get for so cheap.
Yeah, and especially if you know, using those will get your store basically you end up getting banned, right? Isn't that what they?
Mm-hmm. I think. Well, who knows? You can probably just start another one if you do.
Okay, so what it says is, and it's actually, let me I'll do a screen share just so you guys can see this. The only thing you know what I'm talking about. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, maybe I hit share.
But the anticipation is building up.
There we go. Okay, there. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the third one here, the one with the little Poshmark symbol.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So this actually came from Poshmark, and it said, okay, we'll just throw this guy's name out there. So-and-so, it said that they liked one of my items, these Nike trail shoes, and received my offer to likers. Have you guys seen that before?
Yeah, I noticed that was new too.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I just got today, and I was like, what is this? I was like, I guess I haven't seen that before, but I just thought that was interesting.
Does that mean that they liked it after you sent an offer and they sent them the offer? What does that exactly mean? I didn't.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of, when I seen that, I was like, oh, you know what? I go, maybe I'll bring this up on the.
Yeah, the verbiage of that is pretty different than.
Yeah. As Dwayne says, clear as mud. Thanks, Dwayne.
Yep, always clear as mud. Yeah. Well, and the other things like making a bundle for somebody that liked.
More like, is that really, can you guys really hear that? My neighbor's out mowing. I got the windows open on the house. It's like 75 and really nice. So I didn't know if that's like coming through here or not.
It's good.
Okay.
But do you guys make bundles for people often that liked multiple things in your closet? Because
yes.
Because usually they make a bundle, and I hadn't done it in so long, but somebody liked several items, and I go, I forgot how to do this. Like, it's really hard to find. I had to Google it and get answers somewhere outside of Poshmark because I couldn't.
But my conversion rate on that is very, very low.
Yeah.
Very low. Like, it's usually like if they like 2 or 3 items, especially if it's like 2 items, they automatically, I'll automatically set them a bundle on the 2 items, because like I have like some jeans that are like the same type of jean, like the same brand, same size, or I get that a lot. A lot of times I'll get like, they'll like on hats, I might have like the same theme hat, like maybe a bunch of Cubs hats or a bunch of John Deere hats or something. They'll like 2 or 3 of them. Well, I'll just set a bundle, hey, here you go. I'll give you a great deal if you take 3 of them, you know what I mean? Or if you take whatever. Yeah, I do that all the time. But like I said, the conversion rate on it is very low. But
I mean, if any, I don't know. I just found it hard. I figured they would have somewhere in their app all these how-tos. So I went to the FAQs, and I couldn't even find it. I typed it in the search.
Why didn't you message me, silly?
Did I? No. I Googled it and found it through Google. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's it. Because it's just been a while since I'd done it. I knew you could do it, but you literally just have to take that bundle button and push seller view. And
right. Yeah, there's a little thing that like flips from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone's wondering, that's what you do.
It's really easy.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so
I think it's easier to do through the app than it is on the desktop, because I do all my stuff through the desktop. But I did find doing that through the app is a lot easier.
Okay, that's where I did it. So also, what do you feel about the reviewing of flag posts? Like, do you get that announcement very often? to ask you to review some posts. You know, some people were concerned in the Facebook group about, you know, what's this mean? And it's just helping Poshmark, is my opinion. And it might help you and put you higher up in the algorithm because you're doing them some service. I don't know if that's a fact, but what do you think, Tanya?
I've never seen it.
Oh, really? Like,
it gets
it gets boring. You just go through listings that have been flagged and put authentic, or it's non-compliant for this reason, or, you know, there's different options it gives you.
Where will it show up? Under my news? Like,
I don't remember. I think, yeah, it'll come up under your news every now and then. It'll kind of be like an opportunity kind of thing. It's not just always there, I think. It is always there somewhere in the app. I don't know, but I don't know. Do you ever do it? I did it in the beginning, and I've
never had a deal with it. And most of the time, like I've seen where, like, when people do report stuff, or they've reported things like multiple times on somebody, they still aren't taking the items down anyway. So, you know, and you know, you go to somebody's closet and they got, you know, they got video games sitting in there, or they've got, you know, a VCR, or
Lonnie did that.
Yeah, or the toilet, you know, that we were talking about. Yeah.
Lonnie, are you on Poshmark selling video games?
It's a free-for-all. I mean, I've never seen or heard any of them actually do anything.
Hey, I'm guilty. One of my first sales on there was a coffee mug. I didn't know. I had no idea. You know, and Lauren, you know, she hit me right away. She's like, she goes, Andy, she goes, you can't sell that on there. And I'm like going, well, but it's sold already. And I'm like, what do you know? And but she goes, if you want to be Posh ambassador, or you want to be, I guess, get host picks and this and that, you know, she goes, you want to make sure you have a compliant closet. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, so I took down everything else that I had on there that was, you know, not compliant. You know, she kind of went through it for me, and I really appreciated that. But yeah, I had no idea.
So that's why, because of Lauren, that I created the second closet, because she told us all that. So you have to be compliant. I thought, well, what if I list something and I'm not sure if it's compliant, and I wanted to list some, you know, other stuff. And I did.
So you know, the closet is your test closet, and then
it's all in my test closet.
But like I said, I think I would do kind of like what you did, and I would maybe make one as essentially like the home goods closet, where I keep that stuff separate from all my other stuff, because then you just got such a hodgepodge of everything in there. And I'm kind of anal anyway. I kind of keep all my stuff grouped together, where all my shit. I don't know. When you guys like do your stuff, do you guys have like all your shirts together, all your jeans together, all your shoes together, or you just leave it however you list it?
No, I like to keep it together. I mean, if I can.
Good answer.
No, but when I have a whole lot of things listed, or, you know, posted in my closet or whatnot, I especially want to keep it organized like that. But right now I don't have a ton of stuff up. I mean, it's growing back up again, but and it's also good for if you don't have time to share your whole closet at one time, you can just kind of share a section of just all shoes, or just all necklaces, and just kind of keep it together in that way.
Got ya.
Yeah, I don't keep mine together. I used to when I first started, but I realized people don't necessarily go into your closet and shop all the time. You know, it's mostly from the feed at that point, I think. But now I believe they do go into your closet and shop. But I want them to come into my closet and see that I have shoes, bags, hats, jewelry, clothes.
You guys shop? Do you guys actually just go to specific people's closets and then you just shop their closet, or do you just do everything through like the search function?
If I find something I want, I will go to their closet and hit the My Size button. So they're just showing me.
There's other things to bundle.
And so I can get a discount. But that doesn't always work out. But I try, because if I'm going to shop something and they have, why wouldn't you want a discount?
I do that. I do that as well. Yeah. If I'm, you know, I don't buy a lot on there, but I typically, one of the only things I do buy on there is shoes. But, you know, because I get great deal, and I don't have to worry about size measurements on, you know, shoes. If it's I wear a 15, so, you know, there's not a lot of those out there, but, you know, but if I can find something else that I can bundle with it or whatever, I always look, and I do the same thing you do. I'll hit the My Size little button, and I'll look to see if they have other things in there. But yeah, I don't go to anyone's closet specifically and then like, oh, you know, I'm going to buy from Tanya today. And what does she have? You know what I mean?
You can't. You really can't. Well, I guess somebody's got that kind of time. It's not me, but
Not me, man.
But you should see how my closet never looks good right now because my son's he's not. I told him just share from the bottom, just always share from the bottom up, but he's not. So it's like, oh my God, you have my oldest, ugliest stuff up top, and I don't want it there, you know. So I kind of have to check in, and I don't expect him to really be great at that. He's not a clothing guy necessarily. So.
All right. Now you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I'm just curious. What do you pay him for to share your closets?
Okay, well, he's doing other things for me
Oh,
too.
okay.
You know, things like cleaning stuff,
Yeah.
and he's going to help me do some organizing.
Okay. You have him doing other chores on top of that. I was just kind of curious what your kind of going rate or what you think a fair going rate would be.
I told him I give $100 a week.
I'll share your closet for $100 a week.
Plus other stuff. Now listen, I have more to this. I have more to this. I said $100 a week for, you know, this summer, because I think you can spend $600 for a helper without getting tax involved, you know, the government basically involved. So I'm going to end up giving this kid $600 during the summer anyway, I guarantee you. So I might as well have him working for me and receiving that money, you know, because I don't like to just hand, I don't know. So, you know, he'll have some easy days where maybe he's only doing the Poshmark closet, but he's going to help me reorganize my whole eBay room. So that's going to be a task. I mean, think about that. Not going to be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I got to keep him busy. I don't know. You got to. But
yeah, the treasurer says, yeah, she will also share your closet for $100. So
yeah.
I got dibs, Deb.
It's not paying off, so I've got to get him more involved in the eBay side.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. I need to get shopping. I haven't really listed much in a while, especially clothing. So I don't know. What sells good for you guys the most? Like, I like shoes. Jewelry's doing okay too.
Shoes on Posh. That's my big one is shoes. I love shoes.
What about you, Tanya?
Shoes and jewelry.
Yeah. Yeah.
The main things.
I sell a lot of hats too. I mean, honestly, I sell a lot. Actually, I just sold a hat today. And what they pay for these is like, the one I sold today was a Hershey's, like from the Hershey's factory like tour. It was just the Hershey. They paid my full asking price, $29, plus the $6 shipping and tax. So they paid almost $40 for this hat. And I'm like, didn't set it, you know, my mind just, you know, the money that they pay for some of these, and a lot of people ask me, like, how come you ask so much money for your hats? I'm like, because they will pay it. On Poshmark, they pay it. It's crazy.
Yeah. They don't pay it to me. I can't sell a hat on there to save my life. I don't know. No, I'm not good at picking hats, I guess. I like the hats, but I don't know.
Oh my gosh, is it summer or what?
What?
My children will not leave me alone.
I know. Yeah. Well, you heard mine come in before we went live. All of a sudden, one wants to hug me, and the one has news. I mean, yeah, it's summer. Welcome, Mom. Run. Run. What about vacation?
I don't know. I think they're still in school, or they might have just finished, because in Illinois we had so many snow days this year because the weather was just absolutely crazy. So they all had, I think they had to go like 10 extra days this year. So they got out like really, really late. Yeah. You know, we're not like in Texas where you guys even see snow down there?
Yeah, but rarely. Yeah. And the whole town shuts down.
The whole town shuts down. Yeah, you get like a dust and everybody loses their mind.
Yeah, you can still see through the snow, and the town is closing down. Yeah. But we deal with some heat. I'll tell you that in the summer.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why garage selling is over for Tracy by 10 a.m.
Right.
It gets so hot.
Well, you go for tacos, so you're home by 11.
For your garage sales, are they pretty strong? Like in the first part, like like the spring, and then do they kind of die out summer? I mean, where there's not as few and far between, you know, when it starts getting really, really hot, or do they still stay pretty steady? It's like where I'm at, like a lot of our like citywide, townwides, all that stuff, they're all pretty much just finishing like right now. They started in like the end of April, so it's like pretty much April, May, and there's probably a couple more here coming into June. But like once July and August hits, that stuff just drops way off here. We're like, I mean, and I'm in a small area, but at the same time, even like surrounding wise, you know, they really, really drop off.
Ours go and go, like they're strong. How about you, Tanya?
I feel like maybe there's not quite as many in August, but I feel like August is really, really hot.
Yeah.
I mean, like August is even hotter than July around these parts. But
and maybe maybe it's dying down a little, but that's going from like 600 in a day to 300. So 300 yard sales in Austin is still good.
Oh, God.
I mean,
right.
look at our yard.
Year round.
Treasure map. It is just a cluster of red bubbles.
You know, I see all these people that they'll post their yard sale treasure, and yeah, it's just all these like little red balloons. If I posted mine, there'd be like 3 on there. There would literally be 3. There's nothing.
I mean, sorry.
It does like a, what is it, 100? Is that 100-mile radius it does up to or something?
Yeah, I think you set it to what you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, you won't see anything. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah.
And mine's usually only like 10 miles, and it's just blown up.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Tanya doesn't even need them. She just knows where they always are. It's great. I love it.
I know. I just get in the car and drive, and they're just everywhere.
When I went with you the last time, I go, what is she doing? She's terrible at yard selling. She's just going to go drive without an app. No, she knows exactly what she's doing. She is so good. Yeah.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
Poor Unique Traders is mine would just be air message.
Oh my goodness, you guys! I'm sorry if we've missed anything.
J-Dub Killing Kick says, yeah, basically the same thing. South Carolina, I'm guessing in South Carolina, yard sales dropping fast. All the community sales are basically done. That's basically how it is here in Illinois. They're pretty much. I got a big one I'm going to Thursday actually. For whatever reason around here, like Thursdays seem to be like the big day to go. It's like they're just starting earlier and earlier now, which is so. We're gonna head out Thursday, and then I don't know if I'll go Friday or not. But we got a big community, or it's actually a townwide one. But I got to drive an hour to go, to go to it, because in my local town, and I forget how big my actual city is, but it's basically there's about 3 decent sized towns, but we might only have 15 sales total, and and I got to put a lot of miles on to go hit all those. So it's like it's almost beneficial for me to drive the hour or 45 minutes to a bigger city, and then I could go hit 50 to 100 to 200 sales. It's just
wow. I never thought of it that way. I guess we're pretty lucky then.
Yeah. I mean, it really are. When you watch different people when they do their things, and it's like, God, look at the abundance of sales that they have where they're at. But not everybody lives in the middle of a cornfield, or not everybody lives in a big metropolitan area. You know what I mean? It's just we all live in different spots, so you have to adapt to your surroundings.
Yeah, and whenever I do my videos and people comment, they're like, why did you buy this? Why did you buy that? And I'm like, my gosh, I go to so many garage sales. If I bought everything, I'd be broke. I'd have no money, and I wouldn't have a house to live in because my house would be full of stuff. Yeah. I can't list that much stuff. It's just, I have to be really selective.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't gone the past couple weeks, and I went to one on Friday, but then I got sick afterwards, so I didn't go on Saturday. But one garage sale in probably 3 weeks, because I have stuff and I am not a hoarder. I refuse to be one. So I'm struggling because I want to go. I know the good stuff's out there, but I have things I'm working through that I've got to get listed or get rid of still. It's too much. I'm not the death pile kind of person. I can't.
So I got to share a story with you guys. Like a guy I work with, talk about being a hoarder. I actually work with a guy he's just addicted to the buy, and he doesn't do a lot. I mean, he sells a lot, but he's more of a buyer than a seller. And he was telling me he was out this weekend. We had a little citywide sale that was relatively close to us. And I asked him if he went, and he was like, yeah. He goes, I pulled up to this one place, and they had a table sitting out front, kind of by the thing, and says, free. Like, we all see those little free tables, and a lot of times they're out by. So he goes, I took everything off the table, and I'm like going, did you really? He goes, wait, it's worse. He goes, I took the table too, because there was like a sign that said everything free, and I don't know if he took it as they meant everything as and the table. I'm like, dude, you are seriously like, you have a problem. He goes, well, said everything free, so I took their table. I was like, oh my God.
Well, did he really do something wrong though? I mean, was that really wrong if it said everything?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's all how you looked at it, but I was
just a gray area there.
And a couple of the guys that work with us, and we know the guy and kind of how he is. Like, can you believe he did that? I'm like, yes, I can. Like, because in his mind, he was okay with it, but
That's like a Lonnie move, isn't it?
I don't know.
Kidding, Lonnie, kidding.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. But even when you go to a free table, it's like I still can't even take all this stuff, or a lot of times, like, because I buy a lot of hats, a lot of times I always see hats and free stuff. They're like, oh, take them. I'm like, I can't take. I just can't do it. I can't take them all. I mean, it's just I'll take a couple and leave them for somebody else. That's just me.
If you did something like that, you'd need to just go ahead and lot it up and sell it on eBay. It's not a Posh. Well, I don't know. Maybe on Poshmark you could just sell a lot of hats. Going, I don't know what you're getting. Just
yeah. I actually had a big lot. I just sold a big lot of USGA, their golf hats, and they were all from different years. They were member hats. And I think I had 8 of them, and I put them all on a lot on Poshmark, and I had them a lot on eBay, but they ended up selling, over on eBay, which was fine. But I got a lot of offers, but just not what I wanted for them, So yeah, I'll lot anything. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, we're about reaching the time to wind it down. Let's real quick talk about vacation mode. It's super easy to put your store on vacation mode in the seller tools. Some people have been asking, so go under my seller tools and find vacation mode, and you get 3 or 4 or 5 days to ship it to please everyone in Poshmark. How many days is it?
Well, you get that anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think it's
no, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, they give you a long time to ship. So if you're only going to be gone like 7 or 8 days, just put it on vacation for a couple days. Don't leave it on there. I did buy something, and the girl messaged me after I purchased it, and she goes, I'm in Europe, so you'll get it on the 16th, which is like 2 weeks away. I'm going, weird, like, why didn't you just put it on vacation mode? And she goes, you can cancel it if you'd like. I go, it's fine. I don't really need it that fast. And she shipped it when she said she would and everything. But I thought Poshmark would cancel it before she would get back. 2 weeks. Yeah. And they just left it go. I thought, and I told her, I go, they may cancel it on their own because that looks like you're not trying, But
so when you put it on vacation mode, does it actually put like a notification that the store's on vacation, or does it actually like put like the not for sale? Yeah. Is that what it is? Just as not for sale?
Yeah. So like they can like it, and I think, can they make offers? No, they can't even make offers on it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I guess you could, if you wanted to on vacation, you could comment and tag them if you wanted to communicate, but I wouldn't. That takes so much time, and I'm a big firm believer of not working on vacation. So.
Well, apparently there's a lot of people on vacation that are still sharing their closets and whatnot, because I know, because when I go to follow them back or whatever, or to share something of theirs, a lot of times it'll say not for sale on every single thing that they have in their closet. So that's just like what I'm assuming, right? Like they're probably on vacation, but yet they're still checking out their app.
Or they have a VA.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did we ever find out, was there anyone in the chat that was using a VA?
I didn't see anybody say they were. Let us know if you said yeah.
Put a 1 next to your name if you're using a VA.
Oh my. So yeah, I think it's worth it. If you have a lot of listings going up and you're listing every day, I'm gonna guess a VA is very much worth it.
Yeah.
It's so easy to list something, at least one thing every single day on Poshmark. I mean, it takes me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I worked till almost, it was probably about 3:30 today, and I've already listed 2 things on Poshmark today. So, I mean, and we started the show at what, 4:30, and, you know, so I've already got 2 things up. I worked all day, and, you know, I mean, it's, you know, it's not a lot, but I've already got 2 things up. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, my problem is I listed on eBay and then I cross post. I should just be listing on Poshmark, honestly.
Listen, let me tell you, see, that was my problem. I just had to put that on hold for a little bit because it was slowing me down big time. And that's why I'm having difficulty being successful on more than one platform at a time. I just cannot seem to do it. I'm either doing really good on Etsy one week, the next week I'm doing really good on Poshmark.
Yeah, I'm like Tracy. Everything and honestly, the same 2 items. They're both pair of golf shoes. I mean, if you go to my closet, it'll be probably, I think, the first 2 shoes that show up there. Yeah, it's a pair of FootJoy sandals and a pair of Nike golf shoes. Yeah, they're both on eBay, and they went eBay first, and then they immediately just go right over to Posh. So because it's so easy to do that.
Right. But it slows me down a lot. But so what I do is I will have it listed on Poshmark probably for 2-3 weeks tops. And then if it's not selling, I'm not getting a ton of interest on it, then I will go ahead and cross post it to eBay or whatnot. And that's something I do, like what Tracy said, like, oh, I'm not in the mood to take pictures or whatnot. That's something I can do on my downtime. Like if I'm laying in bed, you know, about to fall asleep or something, I can be like screenshot pictures and then just use those pictures to create a new listing on eBay. You know what I mean?
I think we're twins, Tanya. That's how I do it in bed at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're sitting at the doctor's office waiting or something. I mean, that's the perfect time to do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're still, being productive.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to get busy on Facebook Marketplace because that's what I need to do this week.
You guys probably have a really easy time unloading stuff on Facebook Marketplace as well, don't you?
Well, and I've got like brand new air conditioning units and stuff in my garage, so it's time. I got to get them sold now. Like, what better time?
Oh, yeah. Now's the time for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm not shipping those, so they're going local. But,
that would be a nightmare.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Anyway, I guess we should round this out and say our final goodbyes.
God, you sound so doom and gloom.
I never want to go. I want to sit all day. My tummy is rumbling. I know.
Lonnie's asking where you got your ACs from.
My guy.
Got a guy.
I got a guy, Lonnie.
Lonnie, you got a guy. I need a guy.
I don't have that many. I have like 3. So.
You have 3 guys?
Oh, yes. No, 3 ACs. It's going downhill now, Tanya.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so who are we gonna have this show? What channel next month?
Well, we will get back with y'all. Be sure and join our Facebook group, Poshmark.
Yeah, I can't commit to anything, so
non-committal man there.
Yeah. So I was just happy I got to join you guys today. So that was great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
I was a little worried there for a while because things were going off the rails before I got home, and I'm like, man, I go, this just turned it into a circus in here, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, but we'll get with Lauren and Dwayne. Hopefully Dwayne can host. I know he hasn't hosted in a long time, but I think he's just been really busy at work, right, Dwayne?
We'll just say Dwayne, and if he needs to change it, he can change it. How's that?
Yeah.
I think we always have at least you two gals as reliable. So.
Yeah, we got no life. Yeah.
We have kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, summertime might get a little, I don't know, we might have to move the schedule around a little bit, but that'll be okay.
He says, okay, he'll host. I think that's what he means okay for.
Okay. We'll take it that way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So
Dwayne loves us. He'll do it.
Mother Products will be hosting. I guess you guys want to do it next month, or y'all want to wait longer? Or I guess
we'll just try at some point somewhere in there next month and we'll see what happens.
Dwayne will make it work for him, and we'll.
I think we're all pretty flexible.
But I'm sure nobody really wants to hear all this, so we'll.
I like how when you guys sent the little message out about doing a show, it's like him giving you guys plenty of time to either confirm or to make up an excuse. Like, what is that?
Well, you said that, Tracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny.
I didn't even know if I knew how to do this, honestly, to bring people on.
You did a great job. Yay.
Stressful in the beginning, but that's okay. We did it.
You did it.
Yeah, we did. So anyway, this is just a bunch of nothing for Poshmark right now. So we'll let y'all go. And so Poshmark Talk Facebook group, please join it. It's great. And sub to everybody. I'll put everyone in the description, their links to their channels. And I guess that's it.
In our closets.
In our closets. I will do that. So thank you, everybody, for showing up. I appreciate it. And happy poshing.
Bye, everybody.
Happy poshing. Bye.